everybody. I don't know how long this thing's going to run because I didn't put a lot of gas in it. Actually, she's coughing and spitting right now, but I'm going to try to spin around a couple trips. Nope, maybe not. On second thought. Okay, well, I showed you a little item that was different that I had never seen before earlier in one of the videos, and I mentioned we were going to get it cleaned up as best we could and put back together. Well, we got it done yesterday. As you see in the video, we kind of monkeyed around with it. I had my son working on it a little bit there with me. He was up for the weekend. So I guess we'll show you the finished product here. Hang on. This is that toolbox that I found on the tractor. We did get a new bottom in it. We did get it shaped up. There's a knob I just happened to have laying around. Not sure where I'm going to put this on the tractor yet, but it does look pretty nice. But we'll get her mounted on there somewhere, and we may show you a piece of that when I get it there. I'm not sure exactly. I was thinking maybe, possibly, somewhere in this area. But I've really got to think about it a little bit before I do much. I want to eventually get some fenders and put them on this just for the sake of having fenders on it. So I don't think I'll mount it like on the Exel. That would work pretty good. It'd be back there where you'd need some more of your tools, like if you were working on an implement or something. But anyway, that's the toolbox. More neat things to come as I come across them. We did get the hydraulic pump squared away and painted. That's ready to get installed. The drawbar itself, we got the hitch on, but we didn't get the drawbar in yet. That's painted. We'll get some of that stuff finished up today. Did get the decals on. It's pretty much covered with sawdust right now from the sander, from sanding that piece of wood for the bottom of that toolbox. But we'll get her wiped down and cleaned up, and maybe take a trip outside today. I'm not sure. It's cold again. I don't know, that's the story of the game up here, is cold, cold, cold. But anyway, Old Man Winter's hanging right on, I guess. How come we call it Old Man Winter and Mother Nature? Why can't it be Old Man Nature and Mother Winter? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get back to you. Hey everybody. What I'm doing is I took the hydraulic pump out of this H and wanted to look it over to see what I found wrong with that, and found several things I'm glad I did. When we pulled the cover off, which I'll spin you around here so you can see it, about as close as I can get you right now. When I pulled this cover off of here, I'm making a gasket right now, if that's what I want to show you. This was not hooked up to this part, which is the lever that actually does the activating, the up and the down, so to speak. And this little piece right here was floating around in the bottom of the reservoir. So got to looking, found out this is basically the pressure relief valve, and this would be the down position, the up position, and then when you pull it back, it goes into the detent until the pressure relief valve, until whatever your cylinder comes to the end, it sends this forward and trips it back into neutral position. But the biggest problem I have is this seal on the end of the pump, which is the drive cog that drives it, was leaking when it sat here on the bench. So obviously it needs to be replaced several phone calls. Local auto dealer found it for $8. So steel's coming. That won't be here till Monday. Today's Saturday. But I need to make a new gasket for the face of this, the back side of this. This whole unit stands up and sits right in here. This is basically just a reservoir. So I just want to kind of show you how I go about doing that. So bear with me. What I've done is took a piece of roll gasket material, laid it on here, worked my way around it with a big rubber hammer as I was holding it, kind of marked the back side of it. And what I'll do is I'll show you what that did for me. Basically that marked the back side hole locations, bolt hole locations, which was my biggest concern. Because if I can get enough of these holes located, put enough of these guide bolts in to hold it in position, I can work my way around. But anyway, that's what I wound up with when I got through laying the paper sheet on here, working my way around it with a hammer. That laid out all my hole positions so I could see them, punch them out. Now I'm in the process of basically just locking this gasket into place with some smaller bolts. Unfortunately, these threads aren't very deep, so I can't put anything in there longer than a half-inch bolt. And I've only got a very few half-inch by 3/8 bolts. So what I'll do is lock this gasket in place with these. The ones I can bottom out, just enough to kind of hold it there. As many as I can get in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ball peen hammer and just work my way around the edges to cut it. Once I get it started, I'll probably put a knife in there first and then get the biggest chunk out of here. Well, that's my method for making a gasket. Probably other people do it differently, but it works for me. Later. 99.9% complete. I still got to put the correct seat pan on it. I haven't done that yet. We just got the hydraulic pump rebuilt and installed. That works good. We get the drawbar on it. So I got the new skins on the front, as you can see. So, we're going to just run her as is until we get the money to put the new tires on the back, or we get the situation where we have to put the new tires on the back. But anyway, that's it. That's going to end this series. So you've seen it start to finish on a Farmall 1948H rebuild restoration. So I've got a couple short clips I'm going to put out for a couple of viewer responses. One's on the sandblasting equipment that I use. Not that I'm an expert. I'll just show you what I've got and what information I can gather on the materials I use. So I'll be getting that out, and then I've got a little honeydew project I did, which is no big deal. I'm going to try to get a video together on that too. So there's two more. I'm working on a video right now today on some quick stuff we're doing to this John Deere 3020, but I'm not going to get into that anymore. We'll talk to that on the video. All right, take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and check out the next video. Take care, everybody.